Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. As you know, the new expansion just dropped. I've been testing decks non-stop on my Twitch channel. You can catch me live basically every day. The link is in the description. And after all this testing, I want to bring you my early tier list for this new meta. Little disclaimer, keep in mind that it is very early, not even a week into the expansion, so things will definitely shift as more players refine their list. But this should give you a solid first look at what's strong right now. The breakdown will be like always in tier 1. Decks that already look consistent, powerful, and hard to counter. Then we have the tier 2, solid decks that can win games, but might need or a little refinement on the list, or they just can made it. And the tier 3, we find the experimental stuff. Might be not fully optimized well, but let's say the less powerful bracket in the playable decks. Maybe they could rise later with the right build, but for now they aren't the best tools, let's say. Then I have a tier 4 that is a meme deck, but I wanted to include because it's playable, but it's a bit of a meme. So let's start, but as always, if you like Shadowverse content, please subscribe, hit the like button, and let's start. The meme deck is Jerry. He's an Abyss Jerry playing 9 ways to find Jerry and a single Jerry. As you know, you get the crest, get the Jerry deck, etc. I won't cover the deck's gameplay because I have videos on almost every deck, and in the next days you will find a video on basically every deck, so stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. So I will just do the list very quick. And there is a Wardaven. Dropped a bit because he gained a bunch of new stuff. Yes, a bunch of new word stuff. But I think he dropped because the new Crestaven is just better in my opinion. Then we have the Earth Rayo. It's a decent option. Honestly, I like that. I like this deck. I will try to cover it in a video these days. You basically play Rayo, discount your stuff, start to play a lot of servants every turn. Maybe I don't think it's good into spell boost, and that is a problem, but the deck is fun. For sure playable if you really like it. Then there is Abyss Aggro. Deck fell off a bit. Because now there is Gilneris gaining back life in almost every top deck. A lot of ways to gain back life. I think the new Crestaven is a really bad matchup, so it fell off a bit, for sure. Then there is Artifact. Fell off also. It also fell off into the tier 3 bracket. Because he gained basically 0 card. Maybe someone will be able to make a good list and bring it back to the tier 2. But for now I will put it in the tier 3 bracket. Another disclaimer, I don't suggest to invest in any of the tier 3 decks. If you are free to play or you have low vials. So avoid every tier 3 decks. You can start to invest from tier 2, because these are definitely playable. Also another disclaimer, the decks are not in order. I will put the decks in order then in the wrap up of the video, where I will show you the tier list. So in the tier 2 bracket we have the OTK Forest with Izudia. Basically a control and in the game with Izudia. Very strong in my opinion. Probably spell boost is a bit faster and it pays that. But I will test this deck for sure more because I'm interested in it. I like it a lot. It's probably at the moment my favorite deck. And You can find a video where I covered it if you want to know more about the deck. It's like 2 or 3 days old. Just look on my channel, you will find it. Solid deck. If you really like this playstyle, I think you can invest in it. It's also not really expensive. I mean, yes, it has a bit of... you can change out the Grimnir without any problem. You need 3 Zudia, 3 Zudia and 3 Krull for sure. But compared to other decks, it's not very expensive. If you cut Grimnir, maybe you cut also 1 Jin. The deck is very, very strong. I think he's good into Sword, probably, also Cresthaven. I need to test it more, because I played it a bit on day 0, then I switched on the other decks, because I wanted to cover every deck. So, in my opinion, solid tier 2. Then we have Mod, Abyss. I thought this was a tier 1 without any doubt, but you can call it a tier 1.5, because yes, I put it in the tier 2 bracket, but it's on top of that for sure. Maybe with a more refined list can be a tier 1. I don't know, we need to test it, we need to do work on it, but for now I put it on the top of the tier 2 bracket. Then there is the new Disdain Dragon. New, basically is the old ramp with the new Disdain card, a bunch of storm stuff. Strong deck for sure. If you like the Dragon Craft, is a solid pick. It can beat everything basically. Very solid. Neptune, ways to gain back life, a lot of storm. Solid deck for sure. A tier 2 on top of the tier 2 bracket too, probably. Yeah, but all the tier 2 are fine picks. Then we have Egg Control, the Portalcraft, the best Portalcraft deck. Solid deck, as any tier 2. Probably it pays having only this board wipe. Can struggle a bit board wiping big board, keep that in mind. You have to play well your Congregant. I will cover the deck in a video in these days, but basically you create the eggs and continue to destroy them to restore life, then you summon the other eggs and deal 1 damage, etc, etc, etc. But I will cover it in a video. Don't worry about that. Also, I already covered Mod's Abyss, so if you are interested in that. Also, OTK Forest and Mod's Abyss are already covered, so take a look at the videos. Then we have, we can step in the tier 1 bracket, where we have the old and good Roach. Basically easier because it's good in the other tier 1s. You can play well against the other tier 1s. Still a solid deck. Also pretty cheap, so if you like, if you want to pick a cheap deck, you are a beginner. It's weird, like I said in other videos, because it's hard to play, but the best beginner friendly as a cost. So yeah, can be challenging if you want to learn it. It's a good pick just to learn it, to improve on it. You will lose probably the first X games, but you can learn it and it's good. Once you mastered it, is really good. Then we have the old hybrid spell boost. This list is basically the old list with 3 Gidnelis. Still a top deck for sure. The climb into Cocytus is just so strong. I saw that some players are also playing a version with the new tablet. I think this is stronger in my opinion, but I don't know. I still haven't tested hybrid spell boost, to be honest with you, because you know, all the new decks are out, so I played all the new decks basically and avoided to play spell boost because it's the old deck. But the other version is this one, the other version with the tablet. As you see, you play the tablet basically to be more consistent at playing Cocytus into climb on turn 10. Can be interesting. Maybe it's better in the mirror. don't know, just keep in mind that at the moment there are these two versions, but I will generalize with only hybrid in the tier list, but keep in mind the double version. Then we have Loot Sword, very very strong contender for the best deck in the meta with hybrid spell boost. I covered it in a video, also this one, so if you are interested, I explain well what the deck does and play some games in my other video, so go watch it in case. Then we have as a last one, Resthaven. Really strong. I covered also this one in a video that was out yesterday, so if you are interested, go watch that video. Deck is really strong, for sure at tier 1. Can struggle against spell boost, because it is low and spell boost is just doing the combo, so it's not a favored matchup for sure. It's really slow, so keep that in mind. If you want to build it to grind the ladder, keep in mind that the deck is low. So let's wrap up and see the tier list. Here I have also put the decks in order, and as you can see, I'm still putting spell boost as the best deck in the game. We can argue that Loot Sword might be better, is for sure a contender, but for now I keep spell boost as top. Then we have Loot, Resthaven, our Roach, Forest. We have on top of the tier 2 bracket Moth Abyss, OTK Forest, which for me is really undervalued at the moment, underestimated, let's say, because he's really really strong. Then we have X Control, Disdain Dragon. We pass to the tier 3 bracket with Aggro Abyss, Wardhaven, Artifacts, all decks that fell off a bit. Then we have Rayo, Earth, playable, but for now I keep it in tier 3, because as I said, it can struggle against the spell boost. Not sure it can compete as an either tier. And then we have the meme Jerry as tier 4 if you want to have some fun. It's cheap. And that's all for today. If you like Shadowverse content, as always, subscribe and press the like button. Remember that I'm streaming daily. You can find my Twitch channel in the description. Also, soon I will start to stream bot on Twitch and YouTube, so stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.